Hello and welcome to Learn English with Chris Teacher. Today we are going to look at some English words that are commonly overused, especially by ESL learners. So when ESL learners are writing essays or they're speaking to a native teacher, these words are commonly used again and again and again. So today we're going to look at them words and come up with some synonyms so that you can expand your vocabulary. But before we start the video, please leave me a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Okay, let's get into today's video. Okay, so our first word that we're going to look at today is but.
New, but, yeah, but, new, but, yeah, but, new, but, yeah, but, new, but, yeah, but, new, but, yeah, but.
Okay, so the word but is a very short word and it's very easy for us to use it again and again and again. However, when I think of someone using the word but, I automatically think of a small child not getting their own way with their parents, their mum or dad. And they're very much like, but I want this, but he said that, but she said this. So for me, the word but, if it's used again and again, it makes me think of a petulant child not getting their own way. So let's build your vocabulary and let's come up with some synonyms that you can use instead of the word but. So first of all, we can use yet, we can use except, nonetheless, even so, and in spite of. These are all words that if you practice and every time you think of the word but, try and replace it with one of these words and it will make your essay or your speaking a lot stronger and you'll get better marks, especially in your essay writing, if you use the same word. So for example, if you use but over and over and over again, as a teacher, I see that and I think they haven't got a wide vocabulary, so I would sometimes mark them down because they're overuse of a certain word. So next time, use one of these synonyms and you can't go wrong. Our next word is and.
I stole, and I robbed, and I kidnapped the president's son and held him for ransom.
So the use of and is very common, not just in ESL learners, but also in native speakers. And is such an easy word to use, and we use it again and again and again. So when we are giving presentations, it's important that we don't use the same words over and over. And for example, and is a very common one that we use. So some synonyms for and are moreover, in addition, and furthermore. So if we use these in a presentation or in a speech, then it's going to make it a lot stronger. We also use and when we list things or in a time process when we're talking with our friends and explaining things that happened in a certain order. We say, first I did this, and then I did this, and then I did this. So it's important that if we do this, we can change our vocabulary. You can use synonyms such as time order. So we can say, first I did this, then I did this, next I did this, also I did this. So these are some more synonyms to help build your vocabulary and stop using the word and so much. Our third word that is overused today is really.
Interesting journey. I learned a lot about COVID. I learned it by really going to school. This is the real.
Okay, so the word really, if it is used in a sentence, we can use the synonyms in fact, actually, in reality, honestly. However, if you're using the word really as a reaction, so someone tells you something, go, really? Instead of saying that, we can use, well, I never, or go on, continue. Or you could say, you don't say. Okay, so our penultimate word today is said.
That's what she said.
Okay, so the next word was said. And when we're writing essays and we are quoting what someone has said, when you put the quotation marks, it's very easy to say at the end or before, he says this or she said that. However, we need to look at the context of what we are quoting. as to what synonym we can use correctly. So here are some synonyms. So we have the word claimed, we have stated, declared, argued, debated, and explained. Now it's really important that we look at the sentences that we are quoting from to see what we can say instead of the word said. So for example, if someone's talking about something scientific, you can say, the professor explained this. If you're looking at a debate, you could say, the team argued this. So it's really important that when we are using synonyms for the word said, that we know the context of how it is being used. Our last word today is the word smart.
I won't need my high school diploma anymore. I am too smart. I am too smart. I am too smart. I am too smart. S-M-R-T. I mean S-M-A-R-T.
So the word smart is often overused by ESL learners when they're writing or speaking. So a lot of my students will often say, oh, this person is so smart. Einstein, he is so smart. My pet dog learned how to sit. Isn't he so smart? So let's learn some synonyms for the word smart. So we can use words such as clever, brilliant, wise, and we can even use the word genius. So these are some synonyms for smart. Okay everyone, that's it for this video. I hope that these synonyms have broadened your vocabulary and I hope that you can use them in the future. If you did like this video, please leave a like and a comment. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So I will bring out some more videos in the near future. Until then, have a good week.